Shalom, my name is Daniel Rose. I'm truly privileged to have been asked to share a short message with you, this esteemed group of inspiring parents of heroic children who are fighting this war for us, for the Jewish people. I count myself among your rank. Our two oldest daughters are Chaylot, and 3 siblings. Will please God follow them in due time. I heard a really interesting idea on what it feels like, what it means to be the parent of Chayalim right now. Dr. Tova Lichtenstein talked about her son, Rav Meir Lichtenstein, who told her, Ima, I feel like Avram Avinu. When Hashem asked Avram to take Yitzchak to the Akedah Yitzchak, to sacrifice him, and his response was, Hineni, I'm here, I'm ready, I'll do it. I'll be that parent, I'll be the parent of that child. And that's what it means to be the parent of an Israeli soldier right now. But Rav Meir said, but I also feel like Sarah. And the Midrash says that Sarah, when she heard, through grief and anxiety, she died, or her soul left her neshama. And that's why immediately afterwards, the next parsha is Parsha Chayei Sarah. And Rav Meir Lichtenstein said, I feel like both Avram and Sarah at the moment, I am prepared for this. I'm saying to Hashem, to the Jewish people, Hineni, but I'm also Sarah, and I'm grief-stricken. And clearly that must be the way that we're all feeling right now. I know that when I look at any Chayal on the street, I feel like I am their parent. I feel that connection. I had this wonderful conversation. I was doing a barbecue for a pluga, and I was connecting to this beautiful young man, and I was trying to explain to him, my grandparents' generation were called the greatest generation. They were born in the Depression, and they grew up in that environment, and then they fought the Second World War without questions, without complaints, and that's called the greatest generation. And I said to them, and I'm sure you'll relate to this as well, we had reservations about our kids' generation, what they were like, how self-absorbed they were, and how much time they spent on screens, and all the things that I think all parents worry about. And suddenly we realize we're parenting this heroic generation. I was trying to explain to this guy in my less than perfect Hebrew, he wasn't quite getting it, that for us this is the greatest generation, our children. We're so deeply proud of who these kids are, and how we realize that the Jewish people is resting on their shoulders. So I want to share one more idea with you, something that I think we should be proud of ourselves, because these children, these great children that we've created and we've parented, we should take some credit, I think, for them. Rabbi Sacks, my Rebbe, my teacher, he spoke often about how remarkable it was that when Moshe Rabbeinu led Bnei Yisrael out of Mitzrayim, out of Egypt, and his first big speech to his people, he could have chosen so many different themes and topics that were important for them to consider at that point, what the journey ahead was going to look like, what it would have meant like to stand at Sinai and receive the Torah, and this new spiritual relationship with God that they were going to be forming, or prepare them for the battles that lay ahead. And he didn't speak about any of that. He spoke about education. He said, this is what you should do when your child wants to know what it means to be a Jew. And from those psukim, that's where we get Leil Seder, the Seder night, and Haggadah. But for Rabbi Sacks, that proves that we are a nation of educators. That's what it means to be a Jew, is to be an educator. As parents, we don't pay someone else to educate our children. We educate them ourselves. And he said, and that's through being who we are and our values. And there's no question that our children who are dedicating themselves to fighting this war are doing it because of the values that we've given them in our home. And I think we can take a moment to be proud of that. So I'm sending love and tefillot and brachot that all of our children should return home safely very soon, having accomplished the goals and strengthened the Jewish people, and we should know calmer, more peaceful times.